Rob Surratt's special report begins with a look back at what some of us were listening to before the Beatle invasion.
These were the manufactured stars of top 40 radio in the early 60s. But while we were twisting to the hits, British teenagers were already swooning to the Beatles. In 1963, the popularity of Liverpool's most popular band was now spreading, thanks to their enterprising new manager, Brian Epstein.
I was immediately struck by their music, their beat, and their sense of humor, actually, on stage.
Soon, Brian convinced Capitol Records that the Beatles were ready to be introduced to America.
Ringo, George, John.
Friday, February 7th, 1964, the Beatles land in New York. The Meet the Beatles album and I Want to Hold Your Hand have topped the million mark less than a month after their release here. Beatlemania is on in the United States.
We thought it'd be much quieter. We thought we'd have to grow on everybody, but everybody seems to sort of know us all, as if we've been here for years. It's great.
In their song, In My Life, Lennon and McCartney wrote, "There are places I'll remember all my life, though some have changed." To a generation, the Beatles themselves would occupy a place, a state of mind remembered forever. Our older brothers and sisters may have had Elvis, but now we had heroes all our own. Heroes who would influence not only our music, but our entire lifestyle. It doesn't seem like long hair now, does it? Sunday night, February 9th. Some of the faces in this audience even look familiar today. 70 million viewers at home will watch a television show many remember to this day.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
By Monday morning, fans already picked their favorite Beatle.
He's really the greatest in show business.
It sounds like you have sort of a crush on Paul McCartney.
Yes, that's true. I love all the Beatles, but Paul's my favorite.
Tuesday, February 11th, the Beatles' first American concert in Washington, D.C. While kids screamed and parents wondered how long they would have to put up with this, the Beatles themselves pondered the future.
Who knows, at 40 we may not know how to write songs anymore.
I think we'll be in the business either up there or down there for at least another 4 years.
I've always fancied having a lady's hairdresser, selling, a string of them, in fact.
Looking back at those days, through the filter of 20 years, and now the tragedy of December 1980, there's a wistful sadness, along with the happy innocence of the time the Beatles were young, and so were we.
And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make.
It may be hard to believe it's been 20 years since all that, but it's even harder to believe that the Beatles have not existed as a group for 14 years. And they played their last live concert in 1966. But they've managed to rack up sales of more than 200 million records.